The fun they had is a science fiction written by Isaac Asimov in 1973. This story is futuristic and also prophetic, as it is about computerized homeschooling, which was an unimaginable rare possibility during the era when it was written. But now it has already come in practice to a great extent. In this story, Margie and Tommy are siblings who are 11 and 13-year-old respectively and are tutored by a mechanical or robotic tutor at home, which they find quite monotonous and boring because there is no human interaction involved. They are the children of future and they have no idea how schools of the bygone era looked like, but when they find a book in their grandfather's attic, they are surprised to find that such sources of information existed at any point of time in human history. They first grow skeptical about this notion of a physical school which was described in the book, but later get largely amused by the thought. At the end of the story, the pleasant idea of going to such a school where human teachers taught from books and children studied with mates gives them the food for imagination to daydream about the happy times when children could have fun while learning. These children were used to schooling through telebook, that is a digital kind of a classroom where demonstrations happened on screen and there was voiceover. Therefore, they did not know what a real book looked like. They had no idea, and therefore, it appeared to be a strange object that they had not seen before. We find that a contrast has been drawn between a human teacher with whom students can interact and they can discuss and laugh and learn a lot of things besides whatever is there in their syllabus. And such kind of interactive, warm personalities are contrasted with a mechanical, robotic type of teacher uh, that is programmed to teach a particular thing and it cannot talk and interact or guide and become a mentor because it is, after all, a machine which is programmed to do a certain task and it cannot do anything other than that. So, this contrast is drawn, a comparison is made between the real human teachers and the mechanical teacher or a robotic teacher. Tommy and Margie disliked their mechanical school. They were scornful of this kind of schooling, which was nothing but a setup that was arranged in their house in another room. They studied in isolation and never knew the enjoyment of having playmates or classmates or any kind of enjoyment that they could have with friends. There was no humor and there were no group activities like sports or co curricular activities. They were not the part of their schooling. That is why there was no fun in the school where they went. And that is why they daydreamed about the traditional school. They longed to go to such a school where there would be fun involved in learning. They did not even like to submit the test papers or the assignments because there were slots in the machines where they could put their assignment and those assignments could be evaluated. uh, and whatever assignments they wrote, they did not write with a real pen. They wrote by punching it on the keyboard. So all the activities that they were doing, that involved absolutely no fun, and they were all very monotonous, boring kind of activities. That is why they disliked the idea of this school and they longed to go to the traditional school that we know of.